Students, in this class we are going to see calcium channel blockers. First we'll see what are calcium channels. They are called ion channels and they are showing selective permeability to calcium ions. It is otherwise called as voltage gated calcium channel or ligand gated calcium channel. There will be 5 types of calcium channels. One is L, P, N, R and T. Now we'll see the role of calcium. Calcium is an essential element for excitation contraction coupling in muscle cells. So if there is any increase in cytosolic calcium concentration, what happens? There will be increased contraction in cardiac and vascular smooth muscle cells. So in smooth muscle and cardiac muscle cells, this calcium enters through the calcium channels. So increase in intracellular free calcium promotes the release of further calcium from sarcoplasmic reticulum through actions at renin receptors. So this calcium leaves striated and cardiac muscle cells in exchange for sodium ions through Na plus Ca plus exchange. In the case of striated muscle, the calcium comes from sarcoplasmic reticulum. But in the case of smooth muscle cells, calcium enters through the calcium channels. Whereas for cardiac muscle, both the mechanisms will be there. In smooth muscle and cardiac muscle cells, the calcium enters through the calcium channel. This would be the calcium channels. So in smooth muscle and cardiac muscle, the calcium enters through the calcium channels. So increase in free calcium, intracellular free calcium promotes the release of further calcium from sarcoplasmic reticulum through actions at renin receptors. So this calcium is responsible for muscle contraction. Now we'll see the types of calcium channels and also its location. So already we have seen there may be 5 types of calcium channels: L, P, N, R and T. This L channel, no, that is otherwise called as long lasting or DHP receptor. DHP is dihydropyridine receptor. It is located in skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, bone, ventricular myocytes and dendrites. Next one is P, that is otherwise called Purkinje. So that is present in Purkinje neurons in the cerebellum and the cerebellar granule cells. Next is N, that is the neural or non-L, that is throughout the brain and peripheral nervous system. R is residual, that is in cerebellar granule cell and other neurons. The last one is T, that is transient, from the word transient, and it is present in neurons, cells that have pacemaker activity, bone and thalamus. Now we'll see the role of calcium channel blockers. This one block the L-type calcium channels. So by blocking the channel, what happens? The calcium current and the calcium entry into the cardiac and vascular smooth muscle will be decreased. So by doing that, what happens? The heart rate, cardiac contractility, conduction velocity would be decreased, and also there will be vascular smooth muscle relaxation. This L-type calcium channel blockers are used as antiarrhythmics or antihypertensives, whether they have a higher affinity for heart or blood vessels. So for heart, this phenylalkylamines are used, and for blood vessels, dihydropyridines are used. Already we have seen more examples under 1,4-dihydropyridines. One is left, that is called as nimodipine. So in this class we will see nimodipine. So this would be the structure of nimodipine, that is it is having 1,4-dihydropyridine nucleus, and in that second position and sixth positions are connected with methyl groups, and fourth position is connected with meta-nitrophenyl. Instead of writing like this, we can simply write NO2. So in meta position, what is attached? NO2 is attached. That's why it is called meta-nitrophenyl, or we can write it as 1, 2, 3. So 3-nitrophenyl, both are same. So what happens here? In second position and sixth position of 1,4-dihydropyridine, methyl groups are attached, and in fourth position it is having meta-nitrophenyl, and it is having 2 ester groups, that is 2 carboxylates in third and fifth, and with the oxygen of carboxylate, what is attached? Ethyl is attached, and with the ethyl OCH3, that is methoxy, would be attached. So what is attached in the third position? It is having methoxy group that is connected with ethyl, 2CH2. So connected with ethyl, and that one with carboxylate, that is ester. And in the case of fifth position, it is also having ester, and with the oxygen, what is attached? Isopropyl, that is CH3. So isopropyl group would be attached. So that will be the structure for nimodipine. So what is nimodipine? It is having 1,4-dihydropyridine. Second position and sixth positions are having methyl groups, and in fourth position it is having meta-nitrophenyl, and third and fifth are having ester groups, and with the oxygen of ester, here it is having ethyl and methoxy, but here it is having isopropyl. So we'll see the chemical name. In third position, it is having So before that, already we have seen the parent is called as 1,4-dihydropyridine, and it is having two esters, no? So it should end with a carboxylate 8. It should end with 8. That's why it is called 1,4-dihydropyridine 3,5 dicarboxylate. So that would be the parent for nimodipine. So its chemical name is 3 open bracket O. This is with the oxygen only, this would be attached. So O methoxyethyl close the bracket. Here 5 in that isopropyl. Then 2,6 dimethyl 4 metanitrophenyl close the bracket 1,4 dihydropyridine 3,5 dicarboxylate. So that is the chemical name of nimodipine. This nimodipine is an analog of nifedipine with antihypertensive activity. It is coming under second generation calcium channel blocker and is a L-type calcium channel blocker. It acts particularly on cerebral circulation and that is used in the treatment of cerebral vasospasm after subarachnoid hemorrhage. That's all about calcium channel blockers.